What's up? What's up? What's up, tribe? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Happy Friday to you. Let me share this out and we're going to get this party started because we already started a little late. What's up, Bap? Hey, Morgan, Belize. What's up, Boo? Hey, Xavier. What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? So hold on. Let me share it. Let me share it out because y'all know how YouTube is sometimes. This is already a little bit later than I normally go. So let me share it out. Hey, Demelia, how you doing? How's it going? How's it going? Oh my goodness. Okay, we getting ready to do this. We got a lot to talk about today, y'all. Oh Lord, we got a lot to talk about. Oh shoot. All right, so hey Starbell, what's up, Janae? Hey, you guys. So we're gonna get into this. So let me start from the bottom. Let me let Abby know because the other day she was like, "You ain't tell me you was live. You ain't tell me you were live. I don't want to get cussed out." So we're gonna save the politics for at the end. Let's get through some of this other foolishness and foo-ha-ha first. Okay, so first of all, Caesar Emanuel has issued an apology. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Caesar Emanuel from Black Ink Crew. What's up, Quintessential? Mwah. Caesar Emanuel from Black Ink Crew. He has issued an apology, okay, about the video that we saw. Now he said that he feel like he being set up, okay. You know what? I'm gonna need people to learn how to use the English language the way in which it was intended. Words mean things, okay? He doesn't mean that he was set up because set up would mean that what we saw was a contrived situation taken out of context and you were set up to make it look like you were doing something you were not doing or that you did something as a result like you were set up like they told you that the dog was doing something and so you were defended that's a setup. No. What you mean? What's up, Cash App and BS? What's up? No, hey Tracy. No, what you mean is you were exposed. Because what he went on to say was that footage came from his personal Ring camera on his phone. From his house. So that wasn't a neighbor's house. That was somebody. So what he means to say is somebody released the information. Somebody released the information to expose you, not set you up. Nobody set you up, sir. Because even in his explanation and in his apology, you did what you did. You did what you did. So it wasn't a setup. Okay. What's up, nephew? Hey, you not in the mood today? Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, all we got over here is full of lies, fushinikin. You like the rice water facial cleanser? Me too. Quintessential. I bought some too. Okay, listen. Before we Quintessential is my most loyal customer down to the Avon. Matter of fact, I gotta send you something, girl. I gotta send you some free products because you are my most loyal customer down to my Avon. Okay, and I got some of that rice water facial cleanser too, and I like it. I do. I like it as well. So he's apologizing for hitting a dog, but not for hitting his daughter. Well, because he said he didn't do it. He said, "Listen, I ain't gonna listen. Right. So that's what I'm saying. He's using the wrong language. Now, what he said was to explain what he said. What he said was that he got home and his two dogs were fighting. He said, and he don't mean they were playing around fighting. He mean they were really trying to kill each other fighting. And so he was trying to separate them and get them into their cages. He said, and he felt fearful of his life as well because the dog then tried to turn on him. So this is what I'm going to say. What's up, Abby? When I heard the story, I didn't watch the footage. I told y'all I didn't watch the footage. I can't. I don't want to watch nothing like that. But I thought about that as a possible explanation. Like, well, maybe the dog attacked him and all we saw was him attacking the dog back, right? I took that into consideration. I did think about that. But here's what I'm going to say about that. There's an excessiveness. There's an excessiveness to what happened, right? From the description of what happened in that video, you kicked the dog first. Then you proceeded to beat the dog with a metal chair. Sir, that is excessive. That's excessive. Now, he went on to say that he no longer has both dogs, that he only has the one dog. And that the other dog, he put him back in remedial training, whatever. How about I feel like you don't need any dogs? If somebody in one of my comments asked me, have the dogs been removed from him? It didn't sound from his apology, it didn't sound like the dogs have been removed from his care. It sounded like he voluntarily got rid of one and the other one he still has. That's what it sounds like. I believe they are pit bulls. But don't quote me on that because I don't know that to be a fact, but I think they are. Yeah, I don't know. I just, like I said, anyway, y'all know I like to give y'all the update. So that's the update to that story, because child. And of course, everybody keeps saying the same stuff over and over again. Nobody cared when it was his daughter. Nobody believed him, believed his daughter. Everybody believed him. Like, he didn't get this kind of fever when it was his daughter. I said that yesterday. We putting a whole lot of energy into a dog, but we put that same amount of energy into a child. But okay. And Xavier, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought about that too. That maybe these dogs have been trained to be violent, right? Maybe they've been trained to be violent. I don't know. The breed doesn't matter. You are the dog owner, trainer, right? Yeah, exactly. I agree. Well, yeah, he's apologizing now because he got fired, because he didn't apologize about his daughter. Matter of fact, he stood defiant and did a whole statement that he didn't do nothing wrong. So now I do feel like, because it sounds like him and his girlfriend broke up, I do feel like his girlfriend was the one that released this footage. Now, I do believe that, but that doesn't mean you were set up. That just means you were exposed. That's two different things. It's two totally different things. It doesn't mean you were set up. It means you were exposed, sir. Okay? So, yeah. What's up, Raven? How you doing? So that's my opinion. Again, that's just my opinion. I do question whether the dogs were being trained to be a certain way. I do question that. All right. So that's the update on that. I guess all of our stories are kind of updates, I guess, until we get to the politics. So OJ Simpson, child, Ron Goldman daddy is not gonna take his foot off of OJ Simpson's neck. Okay? It is not. He has filed or refiled. Basically, it's not a new case. He's just basically saying, I want my money. OJ Simpson originally lost the civil lawsuit, the wrongful death lawsuit in the case of Ron Goldman and Nicole Simpson, and he was supposed to give up 33.5. He lost, I think it was $33.5 million settlement or award. He has only paid back a minimal amount of that award. And then, he went to jail for 7 years. So while he was in 7 years, that had been suspended altogether. The courts didn't even ask him to pay any money because he went to jail. So since he's been out of jail, he has not made any payments to the Ron Goldman or Nicole Simpson family. And so Ron Goldman's father basically just refiled an updated case for $97 million because he said this is what O.J. Simpson owes us, including interest at this point. It's been 20-something years, y'all. So look, I just feel like this. You're not gonna get your money. I don't feel like you're gonna get your money, sir. I mean, it's been 20 years, and you said you've only if he started off owing you $33 million, and now he owe you $97 million by your estimation. That's your estimation. Sir, I don't think you're gonna get your money. Call me crazy, but I don't think that's gonna happen for you. I don't think that's gonna happen for you. I think that this, this is one you might have to take an L on, bro. I'm just saying. Oh well. Hey Keisha, what's up? What's up, C Golden? Hey boo. Does O.J. Simpson have $100 million? Hell no, not in my opinion. I mean, I haven't checked his net worth, but no. Because remember what O.J. part of the reason why O.J. Simpson has been able to get away with not paying these people their money is because if y'all remember, before O.J. Simpson was even, when he was on trial, he took a lot of stuff out of his name. He took a lot of his assets out of his name and put his assets in his children's name and other family members' name, his ex-wife, his first wife. He put a lot of stuff in their name specifically for this reason. So does he legitimately have that kind of money? Like if you pull up his net worth, probably not. Is he living good though? Yeah. He all right. But does he have on paper? Yeah, and they can't touch his NFL pension. They can't touch his pension. So that's how he got over. That's how he got over and that's why he had to sell off, like they made him sell his Heisman Trophy and stuff like that, because basically they went after everything. So that's the same thing Diddy did. Remember, for those of you, y'all young folk ain't gonna remember this, but y'all remember when Diddy was potentially getting ready to go to jail when there was that shooting in the club. Remember J-Lo was with him. That's when J-Lo broke up with him. They were in the club and there was a shooting in the club. It was him and J-Lo and Shine. Remember, Shine ended up going to jail. And Diddy, at that point, because I'm sure his lawyer told him the victims of the shooting gonna come after you. So he took a lot of stuff out of his name. He moved a lot of stuff around to try to lessen his assets. It's a game people play. He's comfortable, but he's not rich. Yeah, he good. I mean, on paper, it looks like he's comfortable. But again, he all right. O.J. Simpson ain't Mr. B. He good. You said, yep, J-Lo was dancing on the table. Child. Yeah, O.J. was like, I ain't got it. What you gonna do? I ain't got it. And I'm done arguing about whether O.J. did it or not. I ain't about to have that conversation. I ain't about to have that argument with nobody. But what I am going to say is you're not getting no money. You damn sure not getting $97 million, because even at this point, O.J. can't work. When I say can't work, I mean, I'm sure he's physically able to work, but he's above the age of retirement age in this country. You can't force him to work. You know what I'm saying? What you going to do? O.J. Simpson is in his 70s? Ain't OJ Simpson like in his 70s? What you gonna make the man go to work? What you gonna make him go be a greeter at Walmart? Like, what you gonna make him go do? What is OJ Simpson gonna do that is gonna garner you $97 million? He tried to write a book. Y'all ain't want him to write the book. The book. Now listen, if y'all had let him write that book, right? Remember the book he wrote that said, if I didn't do it, but if I did, this is what I would have done. Remember that? Now he tried to release a book. You probably could have took. He might have made $100 million off of that book, and then you could have got your money, Ron. But you stopped the book. You ain't want him to write the book. What you gonna do? You know that's right. He gonna do OnlyFans. Oh Lord, not OnlyFans. Hey Pat, not OnlyFans, child. Right. It was a terrible book. Let me be clear. It was a horrible book title. It was a horrible idea for a book. But I'm just saying, listen, what you want? You want your money, or what you want? What you want? The man tried to make some money to pay you your money. He tried to pay you. He tried to make some money so he could pay you, and you ain't want it. You said no. You got the book. You know, you got the book chopped. He can go work down to the paint. He going down to the paint. Child. But yeah, so anyway, so that's what that was. Okay. It would have been that's what I'm saying, Tracy. Listen. It would have been a bestseller. And then all y'all had to do was garnish his royalties or whatever. You might have got your money, bruh. Listen. When somebody owe you money and they trying to make that money, listen, you can't be mad. Listen. All I'm saying is you can't be mad at how that man choose to make the money now. He tried to make the money. You can't tell that man how to make the money. They should get over. They ain't gonna get that money. You might get a few more little small payments now that you done refiled. You might get a few more little small payments, and that might be about it. Yep, on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Taylor said that book advance kept her and her daughters from being broke. Well, there you go. So yeah. All right. Okay, so let's talk about this. Kenneth Petty, Nicki Minaj husband. So y'all know that they filed charges. They said he was in violation because he moved to California and he is a convicted sex offender and he did not file the proper paperwork once he moved to California. And so they violated him, and now they're saying that they want him to, the prosecutors basically say they want him to serve the maximum. They want him to go back to jail, and they want him to serve the maximum. Now, let me ask y'all opinion on this, okay? I'll give y'all my opinion afterwards, but I'm going to give y'all my opinion on this. Daddy can give up on that. Oh, Diddy, so Lord. Daddy can give up on that dream of making anything, because with OJ gone, get 97 anything. That's what I'm saying. He might get a couple of more little payments, but he damn sure ain't about to get no $97 million now. I hate to be the one to tell him, bro. You ain't So, right, Raven, right. So, what the prosecutors are saying in their paperwork, what they're saying is the reason why they want him to go back to jail, the reason why they're pressing so hard is because they said that he was doing good. They said for the 10 years that he had been out of jail, he always did what he was supposed to do. He always registered if he was going to move. He always notified the courts. He always checked in. He had a steady job. He did everything he was supposed to do for 10 years. Then they said he hooked up with Nicki Minaj. He moved to California without following protocol. He ain't check in and do what he was supposed to do. They say he quit his job. He hasn't had, quote unquote, steady income Now, I disagree. I'm just telling y'all the facts, and then I'm going to tell y'all my opinion. And so they said that basically ever since, he done hooked up with Nikki, he not following the rules. And that's why they are pressing the issue, and that's why they pressing the gas. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, in my opinion, when I was reading that, I said, y'all sound like some haters. Now, I understand that the man is a convicted sex offender, and he's supposed to register. And he ain't do that. And he was wrong for not doing that. Ain't like he was in hiding. He's like on red carpets and shit. Y'all knew where he was. Second of all, he might not have a 9 to 5, but y'all know, like I know, Nikki got his ass on payroll. He get a paycheck. He gets a paycheck. Nikki got him on payroll. Now, no good and damn well he get a W-2 from her company. So no, he ain't working the job y'all want him to work. He ain't doing the kind of work y'all want him to do. But I refuse to believe that Nikki don't have him on paper, because they know the rules, even though he didn't register. So I guess they don't care about the rules. But I just feel like when they said he quit his job, but I'm like, it's not like he not, again, I feel like he got a job. Nikki don't want her address out there, but the rules are the rules. Well, you know what? Listen, then this is the way I look at it. That's the kind of stuff you take into consideration when you date a convicted felon. Like, those are the types of things you got to deal with. That's just like with Sheree. Look, when you as a sex offender, like, she might not want her address out there. Then you know what? Then I don't know if there's a way that it could go through the LLC or something, and the address to her company be on the paperwork. I don't know, and my thing is this: even if your address is out there, I'm sure you live in a gated community with security. Like, and that's the other problem that I have too. Regardless of whether, I don't have an opinion on what happened, on whether he's guilty or not. He pled guilty, so that's it. But I do have a problem with people who are on probation for these ridiculous amounts of time. If the man was on probation for 10 years and he did everything right for 10 years, that's longer than his ass was in jail. Well, I don't know, but it just seemed like it. And again, this isn't about him. I know Nikki Stan and all that. It ain't even got nothing to do with that. It's just about our criminal justice system as a whole. The man did everything he was supposed to do for 10 years. He met, let's just take Nicki Minaj out of it. He met the love of his life, who happened to live in California, and that's where, and she made the money. So he relocated to California. He was wrong for not registering. I'm going to give you that. He was wrong for not registering. But all the rest of this stuff, it just sounds like y'all being real petty. Y'all mad because he got to come up. Y'all just mad. So now y'all want the man to go back to jail for 15 years? What? Really? Really? I think that's excessive. That's my opinion. Y'all can argue. Y'all can disagree. I just think that's excessive. If it was a regular convicted offender, this wouldn't be a discussion. He would be behind bars for violation. Nikki want to be private, but that's hard when hubby is state property. Well, that's not a battle worth fighting. File the paperwork. He's a convicted predator. Yeah, the criminal justice system is trash. Hey, Sam J, what's up? No, we're gonna do Roev.Wade at the end. We're getting this silliness out the way first. My uncle is a Black Panther and is on probation for life. Make that make sense. He didn't kill nobody. So that's what I'm saying. I just think it's ridiculous. I think some of because I feel like it's a setup. When you put somebody on probation for 10, 15, 20 years, and some of the rules for probation are so strict. I don't know. He tried to intimidate his victim into recanting the story. So yep, go to jail. Okay. And like I said, I'm not making an opinion about Kenneth Petty, because I personally do agree. I personally do feel like Kenneth Petty and Nikki be on that bullshit. But I'm just talking in general. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I agree with you on that one. I do agree with you on that one. But I was just talking, when I read that, like I said, when I read it, because if they had said that, you see what I'm saying? If that had been in the paperwork, then I'd have been like, oh, okay. But for you to be like, and he moved to California and da da da. I'm like, y'all sound like y'all hating. It ain't hard to register. The problem is, here's the problem. I'm gonna tell y'all what the problem, in my opinion. I don't know this to be a fact, but in my opinion, he ain't registered because the neighborhood where Nikki moved, those are the types of neighborhoods where people don't play that shit. Those are the type of neighborhoods where people do watch the registry and check that. You know, you can go online and check the register. You can check online and put your address in and see if there are any convicted sex offenders in your neighborhood. But see, Nikki live in one of those neighborhoods that's probably, you know, a community where you got to apply to be a part of it, or you got to maintain certain things to be a part of that community. And when they went to go, and his ass go register as a sex offender, they're going to be putting her ass out of her house, or try to, let me say that, try to. That's what that's about. And, you know, because you're right, but and the other thing too is he would have had to get, if he's still on probation, he would have had to get permission to move to California. And my thing is this: if he got permission to move to California, but then he didn't do the paperwork to register once he got to California, it's like, come on, bruh. I get you. Okay, that's a valid point. I get it. The justice system sucks, but Kenneth Petty is one of the reasons why it's so tough. All right. Listen, people fall in love with who they fall in love with. Remember, they knew each other before all of this. They knew each other since high school. So, child, you know, people fall in love with who they fall in love with, honey. Who am I to tell somebody who to be in love with? He thinks he's the exception because of who he's married to. That might be part of it. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to go to his kids' school and all of that. No, you're right. You're right. How did he fly to Trinidad? Because he didn't get papers for that either. Child, I don't know. But that's why they want to put his ass back in jail, because they said you just out here being all willy-nilly doing whatever the hell you want to do. That's why they want to put him back in jail. That's why. And where's Kenneth going on the days that his son wants to have sleepovers? I guess he ain't going to be in the house. He going to go get a hotel. He had to go down to the Ritz-Carlton for the weekend. Child. You know what? And it's funny. I never thought about that until people started saying that about Kenneth Petty. When you're a registered sex offender and you have children, I mean, obviously you can be around your own kids, I guess, right? You can be around your own kids, but you can't go to your kid's school, right? Without notifying the school. Now, maybe once you notify the school and get permission, I don't know. That's crazy. That is so crazy. But anyway, like I said, when I read it, because I read it on TMZ, and I read it, and I was like, I understand what they saying, but it's the paper, and it could be the way TMZ wrote it, because y'all know TMZ shade. They shady, but it just came off like they were hating on this man. But he is a convicted sex offender, so I mean, I'm not defending him. Please don't think I'm defending this man, okay? He can't attend his son's birthday party of other children. That is just crazy. Anyway, child, that's that. All right, let's talk about this nonsense that went down last night. Look, I ain't look at it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all no lies. I did not look at that Verzus, okay? But I looked at a lot of clips of the Verzus today. Y'all, that shit looked like a hot ghetto mess. First of all, it's one thing when we look at, I've said this before, when they always want to pull out these oldie but goodies, you know, when they want to put the Alexander O'Neills out there and all of the people from the, you know, the 80s and the 90s, you know what I'm saying? You know, when we, you know, and we hear that they have lost their voice, right? It's like, oh man, like them drugs, the smoking, the years, the wear and tear, you not taking care of your instrument, because your voice is an instrument. And if you don't take care of your instrument, it is what it is. It's like anything else. If you don't use it, if you don't take care of it. So it's one thing, because there's people like the Alexander O'Neills of the world. We know Alexander O'Neil can sing. There's no question in this world that Alexander O'Neil ass can sing. Even when we hear some of our like, for example, when we saw the Verzus with Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle. Now they can still sing. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and say they can't sing, but you can hear how they've adjusted the songs for where their voice is now. You know what I'm saying? Patti LaBelle was here last. She here tonight. Patti LaBelle is performing at the MGM tonight. I thought about getting tickets. But when you see 30-year-olds sounding like that, either two things are true. Number one, your ass couldn't sing to begin with, and there was a whole lot of production and audio tuning going on when you was putting them songs out. Or number two, you have done a whole lot of alcohol and smoking. Because that mess last night, first of all, everybody thought that Omarion was going to get Mario. Mario sung all their asses under the table in the clips that I saw. Mario sung all their asses under the table, okay? Now, Tank came out there, but we know Tank ass can sing. And Tank even said, listen, this could get real ugly, but this ain't my Verzuz. And he got off the stage. He said, I ain't even about to do this to y'all tonight, okay? I'm going to let y'all keep rolling around on this floor looking crazy. Sammy, no. Pleasure P, all right. Omarion, sir. Did y'all see this morning where all of the members of B2K was clowning his ass this morning on Twitter? They all posted the same statement, and then they posted the meme, the video from the Temptations when they fired David Ruffin. Did y'all see that shit? When I tell you that I thought that was hilarious to me. And what was up with them I ain't even got the Ray J yet. I'm gonna get the Ray J in a second. Well, what was up with them eating the watermelon? What the fuck? Was that supposed to be sexy? Was that supposed to be like they were imitating or insinuating that they were, eating something else that's juicy? Like, is that what that was supposed to be? Was that supposed to be cute and sexy? Sir, y'all sitting on stage eating watermelon looking like Sambo. That wasn't cute. I didn't think that was cute at all. And then that damn Ray J. Y'all. What's up, Fruit Punch? Hey, Citizen Jane. Hey, Miss Edith. He did pass it to a woman who didn't eat after him. I hope not. I hope not. Yeah, everybody sang One Wish. From the clips I saw, it looked like the whole damn Verzus sang One Wish. Then Brandy had a nerve to post like she was clowning him, talking about, you ain't listen to me. I told you to rest your voice. I told you to drink the tea. Daddy tried to tell you this, and this. I tried to tell you how to get ready for the Verzuz, but you ain't want to listen to me. Ma'am, Brandy, I know that that's as close as you're going to ever get to dragging your brother publicly. And I respect that, because that's your brother and you ain't supposed to. But there is not enough. There is not enough tea. There's not enough tea, ma'am. There's not enough tea for Ray J to drink that would have helped him last night. I just need you to know that. There's not enough tea. Sammy irritated me so much, I didn't even bother sticking around for the actual Verzuz battle. I had to leave. It was cringeworthy. I only seen the clips. Yeah, I only saw the clips too. I'm not gonna lie. Willie needs to sit this one out. I like Ray J. Voice was a mess last night, but he can't sing. Listen, he could sing, Tracy. He could sing. You know, Ray J drinks and smokes a lot. He could sing. Cubic Q said she done watched it 3 times. Listen, y'all, like I said, now I ain't gonna lie, some of the clips I saw were absolutely hilarious, but overall, I was like, what is this? Like, what is this? Oh God. Yeah, that Versus was a hot mess, y'all. It was a whole hot stinking mess. It went on too long. I get my entire life when you take your long pause. All of them think they're forever young. Am I the only one that's over the concept of Versus? Very few of them have been impressive. Ray is not a singer, but he did not do that last night. So I agree with you, Really B. Yeah, Mario sounded good. Now, Mario, like I said, Mario sounded good. Him and Tank. But it wasn't Tank's Versus. It was Mario's Versus. Mario sounded good. Now I need a refund on my time. I'm gonna say this about the Versus. I think that the Versus is a great concept that has passed its usefulness, I guess, is a better way of saying that. I think Versus is a great concept that could go on tour with revolving artists, but not. I think we've seen the best that Versus has to offer of the artists who are willing to do it. Like, there's some great artists that could still do some verses, but either they're not interested in doing it or whatever the situation might be. But I just think we're past it. I mean, remember, Versus was birthed out of us being at home. I mean, you see, D Nice stopped doing his DJ shows. What he used to call it? Club Quarantine. How did I not think of that? Duh. You know, you notice he stopped doing Club Quarantine because it's sort of past that moment. The moment we don't need it anymore. You know, Questlove used to go live on his YouTube channel and he used to DJ and he used to talk about music and all of that. And I used to enjoy that. But like, a lot of that stuff has sort of gotten beyond where we are right now. The concept of Versus, I still like. I still like the concept, but I think the original idea of what the Versus was, I think we're just past it. Now, if you can give me a Missy Elliott versus I don't even know who could hang with. I'm talking about songwriting wise, not just her music, but I'm talking about the fact that Missy Elliott writes hits for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? If we could do like a Salt and Pepper versus a Run DMC, if we could do stuff like that and do it like a tour, I would absolutely. Let me tell you something. And I've probably seen Erykah Badu and Jill Scott in concert a million times. Like, outside of New Edition, I've seen my order of people I've seen in concert probably goes New Edition. I've probably seen them in order, some variation of New Edition. I've probably seen them the most in my lifetime. Right under New Edition is probably Jill Scott. I would pay to see Jill Scott, Erykah Badu live. I would pay to see a Jill Scott versus Erykah Badu live. I would pay for it. You know what I mean? I would go to a show and I would pay for that. Hell, I would pay to see Escaping SWV again. I would pay to see that live. I would pay to see that live. Outkast, A Tribe Called Quest, we probably never see it, but I would. So there's certain verses that I would see, but at this point, I could see it as a concert tour. And in different cities, you get different verses. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think Escape and SWV every night as a Versus would be cute. I think it's one of those. This is the, like, I feel like it's one of those. This is the lineup. Like, we're gonna do a 20 city tour, and in each city it's a different Versus. So, for example, the Versus they did a couple of weeks ago that they did with oh shoot, y'all know the ones that they did the Bun B and y'all know the one I was just talking about. Like, that would be Texas. Because everybody in Texas would want to see that one. The Versus they did with y'all know who I'm talking about, the one they just did a couple of weeks ago. Like, everybody would pay to see that in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I would even listen. I would even pay to see the Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle again. I would pay to see that. I'd pay to see the Earth, Wind and Fire, Isley Brothers. Like, I would. These are things I would pay to see, but I don't think every night. I think it would be too much if it was the same people every night. Those are the live shows I want to see that were good. You can stream it or pay per view. That was the one that could be behind a paywall and they could take my money. Absolutely, absolutely, Citizen Jane. I feel the same way. I feel the exact same way. I would absolutely pay for those. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's certain ones I would absolutely pay for. But then there are other ones that I'm just like, even the one where they did Buju Banton versus who was it? It was Buju Banton versus where the cops actually showed up while they were doing the Versus. Like, the people who are really into dance hall, they would we would be there for that. These comments in the Versus chat was more. The comments are always hilarious. Even when they did the gospel one, they did 2 gospel ones. The first one they did was John P. Key versus Hezekiah Walker. Was it Hezekiah Walker, Ebby? Beanie Man. Was it Ebby? Was it Hezekiah Walker? That was awesome. That had Abby, L. Teddy, and Giving You the Real Tea. Baby, listen. That had them in their bag. Do you hear me? And then we did the Fred Hammond, Kirk Franklin one. Here for it. I would love to see like when they did the Mary CeCe Winans. I was here for that. Like, there've been some great Verses. But some of these Verses, I feel like they're trying to make fans happy without and getting away from the whole concept of what the Versus was. Hell, let me tell you, John P. Key. Right. It was John P. Key and Hezekiah Walker, right? Wasn't it Hezekiah Walker? Let me tell you one that I would love to see live. And then you could invite all the special guests. If they redid the Babyface Teddy Riley one, and then they invited the people, like Teddy Riley invited some of the people. If they did that on stage and they actually had the people, not everybody, because some of the people we know can't be here. Some of them ain't with us no more. But if they could bring, like, that would be, oh my gosh. Can you imagine that concert? Are you serious right now? I don't want no redo of Stephanie Mills, Shaka Khan. No, ma'am. Nope. No, I don't. I don't want that. I don't want that. You know what? As much as I love Frankie Beverly, he lost his voice. He don't really have his voice anymore. So I wouldn't want to see that because he don't have his voice anymore. I don't think they did Jodeci and Drew Hill. I don't know if I'd want to see that either. Oh, the Pace Sisters versus the Clark Sisters, baby. Oh, the Pace Sisters versus the Clark Sisters. Child, you talk about having people laid out on the floor, Abby. Hey, Brown, what's up, boo? Bad Boy versus So Def would be a good one. Are any of the Whispers still alive? Ain't the Whispers dead? Oh, the Whispers. I know one of the brothers, because the Whispers were a set of twins. I believe one of them passed away. I'm almost certain one of them passed away. Now, don't quote me on both of them, but I'm almost certain one of them gone. El Michelle, I'm sorry, Frankie Beverly. Yeah, when I say lost his voice, he can still, but he don't sound like Frankie Beverly no more. Not the last couple of times I saw him. He don't sound. The twins are still alive? Okay. I ain't trying to kill nobody. Let me shut up. I ain't trying to kill nobody. Okay, the Whispers are still alive. Okay, I'm sorry. Rock steady. Rock steady now. Don't come for me. And we begin to rock. Steady. You know, Yolanda versus Dottie Peoples. You can't tell me Ray J ain't back on that stuff. I was praying he ain't throw that baby. Y'all, the look on Ray J's face when they started singing One Wish and he was holding his son. Baby, what's up? Make it make sense. I'm not doing this with you today. Yeah, that's what I used to like. D'Amelia, I used to like that too. When they would talk about the songs and they talk about, but the problem too is we've gotten away from songwriters. So like the people who were telling these stories were the people who, even like for example, Patti LaBelle versus Gladys Knight. Even though they didn't write a lot of their songs, they were a part of the process and they understood the stories behind the songs because they worked with their songwriters, right? And so now you've sort of lost that. So, okay. Like let's take Motown for example. Let's take the way Motown was set up. Motown was set up like an assembly line, right? So you had songwriters. And there was a group of songwriters who wrote for the artists. So, for example, there were certain songwriters that worked with the Supremes. So even though they did not write their own music, they would talk to the songwriters. They would vibe. They would brainstorm, and then they would come up with the music. So Patti LaBelle can have a conversation about the song. Even though she didn't necessarily write it, she knew the origin. She knew where it came from. She knew why that writer gave her that song. There's no connection to these songs anymore. You know what I'm saying? The Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire, they wrote their songs. So they can talk about where these songs came from and why these songs were sung and why they da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, because they wrote their music. With Babyface and Teddy Riley, they could talk about, well, the reason why I gave this song to Mariah Carey is because da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Or the reason why, I wrote the whole soundtrack to Wait to Exhale. And so this is where these, what I mean? There were stories to tell. Ain't no stories to tell behind One Wish and Icebox. What's the story? I used to love storytellers. I used to love storytellers and behind the music. I used to love storytellers and behind the music. Right. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they have, right. When, like, you can listen to Janet Jackson's first album with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. It was called Control. If you listen to the lyrics to all of the songs, not just Control, but all of the songs on that album, you can tell that was Janet's voice. Those were Janet's stories. And that's another reason why Janet's evolution, for those of you who were there for the evolution, Janet's evolution, you follow Janet's story. You start with Control, and you start with, even though that wasn't her first album, that was her second album, but that was her first album with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and you hear her throwing down the gauntlet saying, no, Dad, I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to be my own, and whether I make it or if I fail, I did it because of me, not because of you. And then you see, like even on that first album, her song is her slow jam. The slow jam is Let's Wait a While, right? The whole song was about not really being sure if she want to have sex, even though at that point Janet had a whole husband. But the song was Let's Wait a While before it's too late. I don't know if I want to do this with you. And then in the next album, she had the ballad Tonight is the Night. well, that's Betty Wright. What is it? It was Tonight. Basically saying tonight we're gonna do it. Last album I said we're gonna wait, but I'm saying tonight we're gonna get it in. And then the next album was when she had her total sexual explosion. Like you followed her evolution. Every album told a story. And that's why people did feel like they knew Janet, even though we didn't know shit about her. But we felt like she was giving us a glimpse into her life. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, y'all don't get me. The story is there is an ice box where his heart used to be. Shut up, Abby. Shut up. I can't stand her. I hate her. I hate her so much. I hate her. I ain't doing this with you. The Control album was epic. Let's not talk about that Pleasure Principle. Listen, everybody got some bruises on their knees trying to do that damn Pleasure Principle video, child. I want to see. That's why I'm not doing this with you. Make it make sense. I'm not doing this with you. Anytime, any place. That was it. That was the third. Anytime, any place was. That was the third one. That was when she was with old boy, Gary Duran was in her video, right? So you just made me lose you just made me lose my thought. Damn, Abby. That's why I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's why fans connected to Lemonade so much, because people felt like Beyonce was giving y'all a piece of her life because she's so private, because she don't really tell y'all hoes nothing, because everything that we know about Beyonce is because she wants us to know. Beyonce has done a great job of controlling what we know about her. And Lemonade seemed like it was her really exposing what she had going on. It seemed like, and that's why people was in love with, in my opinion, that's why people was in love with Lemonade, because it was like, oh, she's telling us her business. And that was great marketing on her part. It was a great thing for her to tell her, whether it was true or not. It was great for her to put it out there, because people felt like she was sharing a part of her life, because she's not that person. Beyonce's not that person. Beyonce absolutely controls her narratives. And I'm not mad at her for that. I ain't mad at her at all for that. Now that I still wear my Rhythm Nation outfit and the key earring. I know that's right, Sam J. You better let them know. All right, y'all. Let's get into this bullshit. Every album Janet gave more of her life. She was always evolving. Absolutely. And Control was her third album. Beyonce is from that Janet, Paul, and Tony era. You told it all in your art. Wait a minute, that was her. I thought that was her second album. Because I know she had the first album with wasn't it called Street Dreams? Oh, okay. I thought that was her second album. Okay. All right, Leo. Get me together. Because I remember that song, Young Love. It was called Young Love. I remember her performing it on American Bandstand. She was lip syncing her ass off. And all she did, she kept doing the same move the whole song. She just kept doing this the whole song. Young Love. She just kept doing this the whole time. I can't. I will stand up and show y'all the whole dance, but I ain't about to give y'all all of that. But she did that. She was snapping her fingers. Young Love. I think she might have had a mic. Maybe she had a mic, but she was lip syncing the whole time. Dream Street, then Control. Okay. Oh, okay. Janet Jackson. Dream Street is the one I'm talking about. Okay. I got y'all. I knew I was destined to be a heathen when I heard Velvet Rope. Listen, baby, when she came out with Velvet Rope, listen, because I love Janet. Now, y'all know I don't consider myself to be a stan. What's up, TC? What's up, HBCU Queen? What's up, Joy? Y'all know I don't consider myself to be a stan to too many people, but I'm a Janet stan, even though I didn't know that was her third album. But don't judge me, don't judge me. But Velvet Rope, I remember buying the CD. I bought the CD when it came on because I remember she did heavy promotion for Velvet Rope. I remember that's when she went on Oprah and lied to Oprah about being married. I remember that. She had that red curly hair, which is still one of my favorite looks on her to this day. That red curly hair. Oh, bitch. I came home and I played that CD because I didn't have a CD player in my car. Don't judge me. I had a tape deck. I drove a Ford Escort. I had no CD player in my car. But baby, I came home. I had to clutch my pearls. I said, what? Janet. Oh my. I said, oh my. Janet. And I remember I went to the Velvet Rope show, baby. Oh, honey. Thank you, TC. Thank you for the love, boo. Thank you. TC said she liked the video. I hope everybody did when they came in. I hope everybody liked that video when they came into the meeting, honey. So yeah, y'all. I said, so anyway, that was Janet. Y'all know. Now listen, Janet and Rihanna. Now I don't really consider myself a Rihanna stan. I just really, really like Rihanna. I just do. I don't consider myself a stan. But Janet, if I had to say I was a stan of any female R&B artist of my generation, it was probably Janet. If I had to choose somebody else, it would probably be Phyllis Hyman. If I had to choose somebody other than Janet, it would probably be Phyllis Hyman. But I still wouldn't call myself a stan, but she's probably my second favorite. I love Phyllis Hyman. Oh my God, I love me some Phyllis Hyman. Ah! It's only 50 likes and there's 100 people in the chat. Oh my. You got to get into Janet. Oh, baby, Janet? Listen. I don't think I have her. I know I had that album that she did with Jermaine Dupri. I got rid of it. It was horrible. The album she did with Jermaine Dupri produced it. That was terrible. That was a terrible album. It was terribly produced. The sound was bad. It was horrible. Yeah, it's sad. I still remember the night I found out that Phyllis Hyman died. We just sat outside listening to her music. We were listening to the radio. The radio station here played her music. I was home. I believe it was around my birthday because I was home for the summer. I was in college. Was I in college? Maybe I was in high school. But I remember we sat outside, so it had to be warm because we sat outside. We sat outside listening to her music all night. We was just like, damn. Like, we was devastated. Me and my friends, we were just like, damn. Same. I want the Phyllis Hyman movie. Have you read her biography? No, I listened to some of the videos over on Nate Rob's channel. You know, y'all know Nate Rob? Nate Rob does books. And don't ask me about the book club. We're gonna get back on track. I knew as soon as I say books, some C Golden gonna drop down and be like, what's up with the book club? We're gonna get back on track. We are. Terrible album, terrible relationship. Listen, that album was horrible. But I absolutely would love a Phyllis Hyman movie. I would. And she has a story to tell. Because just those couple of, you know what? I might read her. I might download her autobiography and read it next week. Y'all know I'm be on vacation next week, right? So I'm going to be sporadic over here next week. I'm going to be sporadic. This is what I decided I'm going to do about the book club. I'm telling y'all now, and then we about to get into these last two stories. I am going to come up with a list. And that is the list so that everybody can get the books. And I am going to be consistent. The reason why I have not rebooted is because I want to reboot when I know I can be consistent. So I will reboot it when I know I can be consistent. But I do want to do it. I love reading books. I love talking about books. It's going to happen. The industry was really hard on Phyllis. Really, really hard on Phyllis Hyman. Yeah. You know what? I think Jasmine Sullivan would be excellent for Phyllis Hyman. Absolutely. You met her? Oh, wow. Strength of a Woman by Jason Michael. Hold on. Let me write that down. I'm not doing this with you. Make it make sense. That is not the best Janet song. Stop it. Yeah, but Jasmine Sullivan could actually sing. I would love to see. Yeah, Jasmine Sullivan would be it. Strength of a Woman. It changed your life? Oh, wow. Jason Michael. Okay. All right, y'all. I think y'all got me out of my hibernation. So for those of you that are new around here, first of all, I want to thank all my new subscribers. I want to thank everybody who's been coming out and supporting me. For those of y'all who are new around here, you may or may not remember when I used to do my politics. And y'all been wanting the politics back, but I told you I had to take a hiatus. I had to inhale and exhale because I had just OD'd on politics the last 5 or 6 years, and I just needed a minute. But we got to get into some things, okay? We got to get into some things. What you gonna send to me, Tracy? Hold on. Oh, Leo. Well, I'm glad it helped you, boo. You measured. You have it. Yeah, let me see a picture, girl. No, don't put it in the chat. You can't put a picture in the chat. So, first of all, let's talk about Stacey Abrams. Some of y'all are mad at Stacey Abrams, and when I say y'all, maybe not the people in this chat, but I saw some things over to the TikTok today, and I've seen a few things, and I had to say, well, what did Stacey Abrams do that made people mad? Why they mad at Stacey Abrams? So, this why they mad at Stacey Abrams, y'all. They mad at Stacey Abrams because she wants to increase, pay for police officers while she also wants to defund the police. So for the people who are angry with Stacey Abrams because they feel like, how could she want to defund the police but pay the police more? Because you don't understand what the term defund the police means. Now, we've talked about it here before. That's a dumb term that I wish they had never chosen, because defund the police does not literally mean defund the police, okay? It doesn't mean we want to get rid of the police. It doesn't mean that police officers should not earn a decent living. What defund the police means is, let's take money away from some of the excessive, unnecessary things that police spend money on, and let's put it into resources that police need. For example, let's hire more people that more therapists and more mental health personnel, so that when there's a call that someone is having a mental breakdown or there's something dealing with mental health, that they go on the call with the police so that the police know how to handle a situation, or so that we can get training for police officers to be able to handle those situations better. That is what defund the police is about, because there are literally police departments in this country who have tanks and bazookas and bombs. Like, literally, they have spent money on weapons of that magnitude, but they don't train their officers how to properly do a traffic stop. So defund the police is not, we don't want the police and F the police. That's not what it's about, even though that's how we feel sometimes. But that's not what the defund the police is about. So for people who feel like, oh, she's a traitor, oh, she's switching up on us, no, she's not. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Because once again, and the reason why it pisses me off is, once again, because what we're going to do is we're going to get caught up in the minutia, and we're going to end up in a situation just like we did in 2016 with the election. Y'all was so mad about these motherfucking emails. Excuse my language, but y'all was so pissed off. Oh, Hillary's hiding something. She's got a email server at her home. She's hiding something. Oh, look at what Hillary's doing. And now look at where the fuck we are today. Literally today. Y'all got so mad about some damn emails that y'all allowed the Republican Party to infiltrate, and look at where the hell we at. So y'all are going to sit here and get mad over Stacey Abrams over something you don't understand, because you haven't done the research and you haven't figured it out for yourself, and you haven't done the work. You haven't done the work to understand what it means. So now you out here talking about something, I'm done. I'm done with Stacey Abrams. On to the next one. And now you out here making TikTok videos and shit So people who don't understand going to jump on the bandwagon, and we're going to mess around and end up with the same damn governor down there in Georgia that's over there about to get, he toting the Trump line, not just the Republican line, the Trump line. He the same one that had y'all down there during the Panorama with no mask on. He the same one that was sending kids back to school when it wasn't safe yet. He the same one that's gonna, get rid of, gonna close all the damn Planned Parenthood clinics. Like, that's the same dude. That's who y'all gonna allow to get back in office because you mad at Stacey Abrams because she want to pay police officers a decent wage. Because she think police officers should get a damn raise. When you pay people more, you can be a little more picky about who the hell you hire. And maybe we can get rid of some of these quote-unquote bad cops. How about that? Y'all think about it Y'all think about it from that point of view? I just was like, when I looked it up, because I was like, oh, damn, what Stacey do? Let me go look and see. And I read it, and I was like, what? This what y'all mad about? Because y'all don't understand. Defund the police. And mind you, this isn't new. They've been using this term. And again, I still think it's the wrong term. I think they should find some different verbiage. I do. I think they should find some different verbiage. But they've been using the same verbiage for 3 years. So it's not new. We've explained it a million times that it doesn't literally mean defund the police. I talked about it over here, y'all. We talked about it a couple of times. And I'm like, that's what y'all mad about? Boy, I tell you. I think reform is absolutely better. I think they were going for shock value, but it sort of backfired because, again, people don't read. But I think reform the police is absolutely better. It's absolutely a better term. Child. So then, I hate how they used Stacey, but couldn't see what she was running for in Georgia. But she couldn't get what she was running for. Oh. I hate how they used her, but they couldn't get what. Yeah. Okay. My bad, C. Golden. It took me a minute. I mean, not C. Golden. That was Morgan. If people don't commit to anything, they will commit to being ignorant. You listen, let me put that up because you better say that again for the people in the back, honey. You better say that again for the people in the back. Now, don't get me wrong. You're right, Xavier. There are some people out there who do say, let's abolish the police, but I'm not entertaining those people. I can't. I'm not. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. So them people are mad at me over to the Twitter, Abby. They are mad at me. I mean, not the Twitter, the TikTok. They are mad at me over to the TikTok because I've been posting shit all day long about Roe-v.Wade, right? Ever since I got word about it, I've been just posting. I done posted about 4 or 5 videos about Roe-v.Wade, talking about the dumb people who voted for Trump and why we are where we are. And I did a video blaming white women. The white women got mad about that. Listen, I ain't never got so many comments under a video I did on TikTok in my life. Baby, that video where I blame white women, the video where I blame the white women. Hey, what's up? Girl, don't use my government name. Hey, boo. Don't be using my government name over here, girl. But listen, my friend Jewel want to abolish the police, and that's why I can't do her. You know, she ain't my friend, and I can't do her. That's a 100% child. They got mad at me. Listen, y'all should see some of the comments they done made under my video. Oh, they mad. Oh, they are mad at me, honey. Oh, okay. But listen, listen, y'all. Listen. It's okay, boo. It's all good. It's all good, Gloria. But thank you for coming. Thank you for coming over here, girl. So listen. They did what we told y'all they were going to do. And I'm just not sure what y'all want me to say. Let me. Let me just read y'all a few things, and then because I don't know what y'all want me to say. Let me read y'all a few things. Mm-mm. Y'all know I gotta take. Y'all know I'm blind. Let me see. I'm heartbroken today. I'm heartbroken for people around the country who just lost the fundamental right to make informed decisions about their own bodies. I'm heartbroken that we may now be destined to learn the painful lessons of a time before Roe was made law of the land, a time when women risked losing their lives getting illegal abortions, a time when the government denied women control over their reproductive functions, forced them to move forward with pregnancies they didn't want, and then abandon them once their babies were born. That's my part right there. You want these women to have these babies, but then you also want to get rid of programs that help teenage mothers, unwed mothers, single mothers, all these different things. Okay, but neither here. You don't want to give nobody health care. So if they have their babies that have health issues, or God forbid, get some sort of disease, y'all don't want to give them no health care. You don't want to do nothing once the baby's here. I'm sorry, let me get back to this. This is what our mothers and grandmothers and great grandmothers lived through, and now here we are again. So, yes, I am heartbroken for the teenage girl full of zest and promise who won't be able to finish school or live the life she wants because her state controls her reproductive decisions. For the mother of a non-viable pregnancy who is now forced to bring that pregnancy to term, for the parents watching their child's future evaporate before their very eyes, for the healthcare workers who can no longer help them without risking jail time. That was from Michelle Obama. Dr. Janet Cathy with Planned Parenthood in Little Rock just spoke with ABC News. This is old now. This is from earlier today. She said they have already started calling women to tell them that they're going to have to make alternate plans, which for some will mean driving 6 hours one way to get an abortion in another state. And this is because Planned Parenthood of Little Rock confirms that all scheduled abortions have been canceled. I just read that. Planned Parenthood of Little Rock. Wisconsin, Planned Parenthood suspends abortion services. Abortion will soon be banned in these 13 states: Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, North Dakota, South Dakota, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee. Um, Indiana, Ohio, Alabama, Georgia, they're right behind them. And let me just, to add insult to all injury, Clarence Thomas just filed a concurring opinion calling for the court to consider overturning the right to contraception, same-sex marriage, and privacy in the bedroom. I don't even fucking know what that means. What does that mean, privacy in the bedroom? That mean that I have to submit like what does that even mean? Privacy in the bedroom? I don't even understand. What is that? Like, is there a lawyer in the room that can explain that to me? Because I ain't even being funny. I don't even know what that means. What do you mean you want to give rid of privacy in the bedroom? What the hell does that even mean? I don't understand what that means. Right? I don't even understand what that means. That's interracial. That's loving. That's Loving v. Virginia. Is that what that is, Tracy? Loving v. Virginia. Mm. Okay, hold on. Make it make sense. Um, is that because I'm not being funny? Like, I really want to know what the hell that means. Make it make sense. Gonna tell me. Hold on, y'all. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, born and raised, and I'm not surprised about this from Little Rock, but this really makes me sick to my stomach from my city. Yeah, he is. And his wife need to be worried about getting ready to go to jail. Possibly overturning gay marriage. One of the reasons. Yeah, I definitely know they coming for gay marriage. Oh, believe that. Believe that they're coming for gay marriage. They can't keep formula on the shelves. Privacy in the bedroom is code for LGBTQ. Is that what that is? Because it says it two separately. It says it separately. It says same-sex marriage and privacy in the bedroom. So that's why I didn't think it was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. Like I said, y'all know y'all be teaching me things too, child. What's up, ma'am? Say boo.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going, honey. It's going. I'm just doing a little rant, a little something before I get off of here. So what they talking about? What they talking about, ma'am?
So I'm not sure, but I do know that in certain states there's sodomy laws. And I remember a case where there were two gay men who were having gay sex, and the police busted through the doors. And because they were having gay sex and it was still a law that it was illegal, they were able to take them in. So I'm sorry?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like that. Like, you have no privacy if you're breaking the law. I wouldn't be surprised.
That actually makes sense because it's not just about getting rid of same-sex marriage. It's about, like you said, making the whole act illegal.
Would not be surprised. Now, what I never want to see is Clarence Thomas and his wife having sex.
You know what? I knew you couldn't say. I knew you had to bring some shade. I knew you had to bring some shade.
Had you heard about that though? Because that definitely happened. I don't know. I want to say
I've heard that. I've heard about it. Yeah, I know that. There's some states where I think their sodomy laws are still on the books. I think there's some states where sodomy laws are still on the books.
I just think it's so interesting that all these laws are tied into what someone else is doing with their body.
Ain't it not only something I'm doing to my body, but I ain't bothering you. I'm not bothering you. Who I'm having sex with in my bedroom and how we having sex, it is not bothering you. How are you offended?
I don't know. I mean, when I heard the decision as a man, me personally, do I think that if I had to do I think that I would get an abortion if I were a woman? No, but I fervently believe that it is a woman's right to choose because it's her body. How am I going to tell somebody what they are going to do with their body? That makes absolutely no sense.
Xavier said you got to pay for his therapy, ma'am, because he did not need that visual.
I've just never been that person, and I'm a moderate thinker, but I've always been very liberal, and I've always said, you do you. Whatever you do doesn't hurt or affect me. Mm-hmm. If you're not like shooting a gun at me, I'm fine. You like it, I love it. So for them to be able to do this and him be the face of it, I believe Anita Hill.
I always believed Anita Hill.
I really do not like that man. There's very few people I say that I hate, but I hate Clarence Thomas.
Yeah, I always believed Anita Hill. I'm gonna tell you, I found somebody said today.
He looked like his breath stank too.
Somebody said today, this is one of the comments that was left under my video under my TikTok. It said, these are the same people who want to force a woman to have a baby, but won't protect that baby at recess. And I was like, you know what? That's valid. You know what I'm saying?
Explain that to me. That one went over my head.
So they're basically saying they won't put any gun laws in place to protect kids at school. So you're going to force this woman to have a child, but you won't do anything about making sure her child is safe.
And somebody said it in the comments too. It's my body, my choice when it comes to a vaccine.
Right. Oh yeah. These are the same people that didn't want to take a damn vaccine a year ago. But now all of a sudden you so concerned about what I'm doing with my uterus.
I can't. It's a sad day for America.
It's a really it not only is a sad day for America, but it's also sad about the implications of where we're going. Because again, I agree, this is going to get worse before it gets better. Because the Supreme Court has now shown that they will reverse itself, and this current foundation of the Supreme Court will reverse itself. It's very seldom does the Supreme Court reverse itself. Very seldom. And for them to be so okay with doing it, it is a sad day. What I hope is that people are fired up and people are galvanized because it is a midterm election. There are a lot of very important elections coming up in the next couple of months. And I hope that the same people who were mad today, the same people who wanted to march today, the same people who were at the Supreme Court mad and down at their state house mad, I hope those are the same people that are out knocking on doors and passing out flyers and helping whoever it is that you think is going to get what you need. I ain't telling nobody what to do with their vote. I am going to say be an informed voter, though. Please be an informed voter.
I'm not going to lie to you, really. I'm not going to lie to you.
Don't tell me you don't vote because I'm going to kick you off my thing.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I think that a lot of people are very short-sighted and they don't think about the future. I think a lot of people are going to vote because gas prices are so high. They're going to vote with that on their mind more than anything else.
Well, I think this is going to be on people's mind, but I hope it doesn't. I hope over the next couple, we are very, what have you done for me lately society. And I just hope that
Oh, but you got one more Janet reference.
I'm sorry. And I just hope that we don't get to November and people, like you said, people have forgotten and they just worried about the gas and the this and the that. So RBG is turning in her grave. Listen, part of this is her fault. Okay.
Wait, so the woman can't even, she done gave her whole life to the court and now she can't even die in peace?
Because she should have retired. She should have retired when Obama was in office and he could replace her.
I got you.
She wanted to retire under Hillary, but Hillary didn't win. So she was trying to make it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I get it. I will say this, and this is going to sound crazy. This isn't even me being shady or funny. I did not realize that women were getting illegal abortions or abortions that weren't, at the doctor's office until Countess Vaughn told her story. When Countess Vaughn said that she aborted a baby through other means, I was kind of
why? She couldn't went to the doctor.
I think that she didn't. Just based on what she was talking about, I think because this was on Hollywood Divas, she was still in the height of her celebrity on the Parkers, and I don't think she wanted any record of what she did, so she did it. I think she said she drank something and took some pills.
And that's you know what, ma'am, that's really interesting. I tell you what, Leo, listen. Y'all know I don't never drop my link. But I'm gonna drop the link. I will be here for 30 minutes. I can be here all night though. I love y'all, but I can be here all night. I'll drop the link, Leo, and if y'all want to come up and y'all want to share, I will put the link down here. If y'all want to come up. But that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't remember because this generation wouldn't remember that. When you have to go through these, these unscrupulous places, these places who maybe they mean well, but they don't have the right training. And so it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. And then who was I listening to earlier today? I think it might've been Jay Wilson was saying how these same people will fly to Russia and Africa and all these other places to adopt babies and not adopt babies right here in America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think of how many, it's in Missouri, they're trying to decrease the age of consent for marriage. Remember they used to say about the hanger method abortion? Yeah. Leo, do you want to come on screen? Do you want your face on screen, babe? You good? Okay. I just didn't want to bring you up if you didn't want to show your face. Okay. Hey, Leo Boo.
Hey, sweetie.
Hey, Leo.
How I make it make sense? First of all, thank you so much for having me on the thing,
No, you
or as I
fine.
call it, Caller. You say what? Like back in the Oprah days, Caller. You say what? Um, I think what people don't get, and this is just my personal opinion, people don't understand how this affects us all, because it does. Because as a black man, as a gay black man, this affects me. I'm gonna tell you how. Because this not only deals with pro-choice and pro-option, but it also deals with access to healthcare and healthcare rights. What about those of us who are HIV positive? What about those of us who take hormone blockers and hormone pills? What about those of us who take PrEP, right? Or PEP?
Right.
You know what I mean? Preventative medicines. Now that this is on the books, you better believe a lot of other stuff is going to happen too that affects us. Because I think that's, like you said earlier, you were right. We are what have you done for me lately kind of people. We are. But I think that's what people are missing. It's like, but this will affect you. And my thing is, it affects you anyway, because you have a sister, you have a mother, you have a grandmother, you have a cousin, you have aunts, right? You have women in your family that probably couldn't carry babies to term. You know what I mean? Because of what is it? Oh, I hope I'm not saying it right. Um, um, Ectopic pregnancies. I'm probably saying
I
it
know you're
wrong.
talking about.
Yeah,
Were
I,
they,
you
were
know,
they
you
pregnant in
pronounced
the
it right.
fallopian tube? Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like you have that, and
Um,
I have a girlfriend of mine that went through that, where she had no choice but to get an abortion.
My sister-in-law had that.
Right. So it's like that happens, and then let's not go into the sexual assault. Now what you gonna do when people get assaulted? It's bigger than, and I think people are missing the point. Oh, it's just women. No, this affects everybody. Because
I think
trust
what
me,
you're saying is that it
yeah,
is a slippery slope.
it
And if
is.
they can do it to women with abortion now, they're going to target other people with communities that they don't agree with.
Yeah, they
Okay.
really are, and it's sad. And I hope that we use this anger, because I can tell you right now, as a person who's very pro-choice, I'm very pro-option. I'm not pro-abortion. I'm pro-option, which means abortion happens to be one of the things on the table that you can do as a woman. But my thing is, I'm a man, a very feminine man, but I'm still a man. Okay, what am I going to tell a woman to do with her body? I have no right. I have no right to tell a woman how to conduct her body or what she should do with it. So I think we should. I hope that we use this anger to vote, to foster change, and I hope that we remember that 63% of the white women voted for Trump. Just saying. Why they out there marching and things. But that's all I had to say. I just wanted to get it off my chest because I am not here for the shenanigans.
Nah, you good. You good, Jane. Hey, Jane. Hey, Tracy.
Hey,
Jane, what you want to say, babe?
hey, Really B. I wanted to say that the thing I'm most passionate about that I have to inform people of is that this is about money. You are not this legislation does not take away choice from women with resources. If push came to shove, a woman with resources can go to Canada or she can go to Mexico and have a safe legal procedure in a doctor's office, right? And there's
Mm-hmm.
no record of it in the United States at all. This is a very dangerous, slippery slope. Some people haven't thought about the fact that let's just say you can get to another state, right? Was to stop businesses from becoming predatory and basically muling people across state lines and making money that way. Was to stop them from turning it into a trafficking situation, right? So if we
Mm-hmm.
allow states to mandate this and they say that you can't have the procedure in their state, they can also make it illegal to cross state lines and go get it done somewhere else.
Right.
Or go and come back, just like they did with weed. I don't know if y'all remember, but there was a lot of people getting in trouble for going to legal to purchase states, and the police would be sitting right at the border
Yep.
waiting for them to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not just talking about whether or not you should do it. That's a personal decision. But this is about whether or not you are going to have a ridiculous expense as a result of participating in this. Remember, before weed was legal, if you got caught smoking a joint on your porch, that was $5,000 in tickets and fines and everything else. This could turn into a moneymaker for states who make it illegal and for those who have it legal, right? And we all know that a lot of states are in economic distress. I want people to follow the money on this, right? Don't think about the morality of it, because if a girl doesn't want it, if those aren't her morals, she's not going to do it. But you're going to have, like, are you for, what is it, 486? You're going to have the procedure pill becoming the hottest illegal drug on the market in
Mm-hmm.
about 10 minutes, right? And then you're going to have girls taking bad pills.
Exactly. Exactly.
From,
And at least that's an option this time, because prior to Roe v. Wade, there was no pill. So at least there is that. I mean, you're right. You're right. It's going to still be an issue, but at least that's an option.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And I just finished reading a book. I was telling you about it, in which one of the women protagonists is a Jane, and what a Jane was a woman who would escort you to blindfolded to a house where you would have a procedure. That's how they used to do it. You used to stand on a corner, and somebody you didn't know would come and take your money, pick you up, take you to a house blindfolded so you couldn't tell that you saw a doctor performing your procedure or who you saw performing your procedure. So even if something went wrong, you wouldn't be able to tell them anything, because they would knock you out and blindfold you so you couldn't see. And if it went wrong, they would just dump you places. This is not just wire coat hanger scare tactics. This is history. And I would like for people to just educate yourself on what these things really mean, not just to women, but as the other gentlemen have mentioned, to all the other groups whose rights are covered under that legislation. Thank you for allowing me to say that, Really B.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. Tracy, before you speak, Tracy, I do want to say this. There was a movie, and I'm sure you could probably find it on YouTube. And because of Roe v. Wade, it may come back up. It may bubble back around. But it was a movie. It came on HBO. It was called If These Walls Could Talk.
Yes.
It was so, and I'm telling you, it was such a good movie. And it had, I think it was like 5 different stories of women. And it talked about the different things women went through in making the decision about whether to have a child or not. And one of the stories I'll never forget, Demi Moore played, because it had like all of the who's who of that time period, all of the female actors of that time.
I was just thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Demi Moore played the character of a woman who her husband was away at war.
Yep.
And she had an affair, and she had gotten pregnant. And of course, her husband was going to know it wasn't hers. And so this was during World War II. And it showed how she had to get the money, and she had to find this doctor. And the guy actually came to her house, and like he sterilized his equipment with like liquor. And, he ain't looked like he was on the up and up, but what choice did she have? She had already paid him.
That was before my time. I'm very, very young.
Shut up.
Thank you.
And literally, On her kitchen table, she literally bled out.
Yeah, she bled to death.
She literally bled to death. And I don't want to be, I'm not trying to be crass about it, but it's really, if you guys, it's probably on YouTube at this point, but definitely If These Walls Could Talk. And get the original, because If These Walls Could Talk Part 2, that deals with LGBTQ. There is a If These Walls Could Talk Part 2, and that had like Jada Pinkett and all of that, but that dealt with LGBTQ. But If These Walls Could Talk, the first one, it dealt with women and their reproductive rights. I think the last story was a housewife in like the 1970s, and she had gotten pregnant again, and she had already had like 4 kids, and she was trying to, get her independence and live her life now that her kids were older, and she got pregnant again, and it was like her making it. And I think the last story was actually after Roe v.Wade, and she was able to make that decision for herself legally. It's really good. If you're too young like Mims.
No, but Sissy Spacek in that particular arc, Sissy Spacek's in that one.
Yeah, Sissy Spacek. It was really good. It was really good.
If Jada's walls could talk, they would say August.
Shut up.
You know what?
Shut up, Mims. Now, Tracy, what were you gonna say, baby? Did I lose you, Tracy?
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. What were you gonna say, babe?
So I read the opinion because I be at work bored doing stuff. Y'all don't judge me. I read the opinion, and
I know because you be sending me stuff, girl. You be sending me stuff.
It's literally, they made their decision based on the word liberty and what that means. So they took the word liberty to twist it to mean your liberty does not mean your freedom of choice. That's not what liberty means. They used the word liberty in the context that it was written when they wrote the Constitution and what that meant to them. So because they could take the word to twist it, that means it pretty much everything that's a part of the 14th Amendment is up for grabs. So that includes basically everything that's happened in the last 30, 40 years. So contraception, LGBTQ rights, interracial marriage, all of those options, because the word in the thing is liberty. It doesn't say you have the right to, it says it's your liberty. And they are now saying it's no longer. And because we have this thing where we like to play on words, and the play on words has gotten much stronger now since, it turned into this, alternate truth BS. So now that they have these things where they do these play on words, we are now at a spot where everything that we thought we were accomplishing is quickly going to be overturned. And the fact that they have bills for all of these issues that they could decide to pick up at any time, it really just means it is just when are they going to get around to overturning it? Because the state of Texas and Florida, also Mississippi, have been pumping out bills, and they have been doing these cases that to us just seem ridiculous because we're like, oh, no, like that's a law. That's not going to happen. And they've just been pumping them out so they can get them to the Supreme Court because they now know that they are going to have a chance to have them overturned. So we are now at this place where we're like, well, why the heck do they keep sending all these abortion bills? That don't make no sense. Like, why are all these states sending them? We have Roe. And it was because they were like, we want to get this overdone. So they have sent 4 bills related to trans rights, 3 related to LGBTQ rights for marriage. They've sent all these things up, and they have 2 for contraception. They've sent them up because they know, okay, it's just a matter of time. We're just waiting for them to go. And once Roe goes, because most of the bills were written off of how they wrote Roe versus Wade, because that was what got approved, right? That was the big one that got approved. All of the smaller ones, all the newer ones underneath it used a lot of the same verbiage because they knew they could get it to pass because of the verbiage they used. So that's why it's going to be so easy for them to just flip and turn on all of these bills. So y'all better vote. or I'm going to Canada, and it's been nice knowing y'all. But Shannon Van apparently has been living a beautiful van life, and that might be my ministry, cause I can't be dealing with y'all.
Girl, look.
Y'all get up.
If you can you pick me up? I'm in Texas. Pick me up.
Okay, come on through. Let's make it let's make it a nice road trip.
I got a passport. Pick me up, girl.
Right. Wonderful, marvelous. Thank you for being here. And I can tell that you are fine with the ruling. You're okay with what happened. And listen, this is an open chat. As long as you're being respectful, and you are being respectful, that's fine. I see your comments, and and it is what it is. Everybody has a right to see it the way that they see it. And let me say this: I'm like you. I'm very much like you, Mims. I am not pro-abortion. For me personally, I do not think it's a decision that I would make for myself personally, but I also do not feel like it is my decision to make for other people. That's how I feel about it.
Abortion ain't in my ministry, but contraception is. So that is bothering me. Like, that piece is the part about me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want no more kids, and my uterus still work, and nobody will remove it from me. So
and I think that's what people not listening. And I think that's the part that people are missing. When you heard what Clarence Thomas said, they're giving you their playbook. They're giving you the roadmap. They're telling you where this is going. And for those of you that watch El Teddy on his politics, videos, he's been telling you all this for like a year. He's been talking about these abortion laws and how they've been systematically putting abortions on different states. We talked about Texas, we talked about Florida, we talked about Tennessee and Mississippi. Like, we talked about these states, and like Tracy just said, it was the test so that a case would go to the Supreme Court so they could make this ruling. That's what this was all about to begin with, because cases don't just go to the Supreme Court. That's not how this works. And so you said, but you're okay to pay for others' abortions. Listen, I pay for other people's BBLs. I pay for other people's gastric bypass. I pay for a whole lot of stuff that I don't necessarily want to pay for when it comes to how it trickles down. I mean, you're talking about taxpayers' money. Listen, we pay for all that shit.
Prisons.
Excuse me, ReallyB. I'd like to add something to that. The thing that I believe her name is Tracy said was that people aren't paying attention to is the contraception piece. They can eliminate certain forms of contraception from being available to you because you can form an abortion procedure with that contraception, mainly contraception pills, right? So everyone thinks that the thing that they don't like is the only thing that will be affected. The truth of the matter is that they'll go after contraception in the same way they go after abortion, because they are concerned with white declining birth rates.
You better listen. You better say it to the people that ain't listening. You better say it to the people that ain't listening.
Yeah, for those
that is the main thing that they're worried about. They are worried about white declining birth rates, white educated women. In fact, educated women of every class have been having fewer children or not having children at all. And people are very concerned because the people who are procreating are not the desired class. And you take that how you want to take it. I understand many people have convictions.
We smell what you're cooking.
I don't want that. I don't believe in that. That's murder. But guess what? They're going to attach it to a whole lot of other things that may affect you. So before we get up on our high horse and get moral with the decisions of other people, we need to pay attention to how it may affect what's going on in your life. Okay? I can't have kids, but my daughter can. You know someone who can, right? So that's what we need to think about, is this next generation. you didn't make the choice, but you had the choice available to you to have a safe procedure,
Exactly.
or to have a contraception in a variety of forms available to you. That's between that woman and her doctor.
Yeah. Demelia, thank you, baby. She said that If These Walls Could Talk is on Amazon Prime. You know what I think I might do? Y'all know I'm gonna be on vacation next week. And I might watch it again. I have Amazon Prime. I might rewatch it so I can refresh my memory, and then maybe we could talk some. Maybe we could do a homework assignment. Everybody go watch If These Walls Could Talk, and let's have a conversation about it because I need to refresh my memory.
As long as I stick to the Constitution, I'm out.
I remember bits and pieces of it, but I specifically remember Demi Moore's because it was so sad to me. Demi Moore did a really good job of playing that character because it stuck with me. So maybe I'll watch it again over my vacation and we'll talk about it.
That's the one where Cher plays the doctor who
Cher plays
the
doctor. Yep. Cher plays the doctor who, I don't want to give it away, but see y'all bring him. I'm refreshing my memory. I want to say this. So thank you, Jane, for coming up. Thank you, Tracy. You know, Tracy is my producer. She my showrunner. Okay.
Wait, is that Tracy Chappelle?
Yes. Tracy Chappelle.
I never heard her voice.
Tracy is my showrunner, y'all. I tell y'all this all the time, but I'm gonna say it again now that she's up here.
Hey.
Y'all, Tracy be inboxing me. Look at you come on camera to say hi to Tracy. Okay.
Oh, you look nice.
He got that thirst trap picture up there, but he gonna come on camera to say hi to Tracy. But Tracy, she sends me, so when y'all get these quick drops, sometimes I already have the information, but honestly, y'all, more times than not, I look at what Tracy done sent me before I go over to the shade room and stuff, because she probably done already sent me the good stuff. So thank you. I know I say it, but I'm gonna thank you again because you up here. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Leo, my nephew. Thank you, Mims. And listen, Leo and Mims, you guys are both YouTubers, content creators. So make sure that y'all are subscribed. Make It Make Sense. I call him Mims for short, but it's Make It Make Sense. If you type in Make It Make Sense, it'll pop right up. And we just had a 5K celebration for him last night. He hit his 5K milestone. So congratulations. And we're going to be working on some stuff. Me and him are going to collab. We got to figure out the right thing, but we're going to be collabing on some stuff. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
Last night was the interview. 5K was
no, that's right. That was last night. I got to go watch it. Because I ended up going out last night. I'm sorry. I ended up going out. But I'm going to catch it. How did it go? You interviewed. Okay. So y'all, he interviewed Nene's
Bryson's baby mama.
How did it go? Just give me, don't tell us nothing because I got to go watch it.
It was good. I appreciated her coming on with me. She answered every question because I opened up the phone lines.
Okay.
It didn't get really shady till the very end, and that's what I wanted. You know, for me, I don't condemn nor do I condone people's behaviors. I just want to know your business. So the fact that she came on, I really appreciated it. I thought it was a really great interview. Even people who did not like her, Nene fans, DM'd me and said they thought I was fair.
Okay.
So,
well, I'm gonna go look at it. I ended up going out last night, and then I had my own panel.
Did you go out with that man you got that massage with that you was telling us about?
First of all, speaking of which, Leo, I'm not gonna let you off the hook. Now, you did a reading on me a couple of months ago.
I knew it. Go ahead.
And you said I was gonna find me a man this summer, Leo. Now I'm not letting you off the hook. Leo said I was gonna find me a man. I ain't letting you off the hook. Maybe I need to have a more in-depth reading so you can give me some more information. Yeah. I mean, maybe I need to hit you up, but we need to do a private reading so I can give you because it might need to be some more specific information.
Yeah, because that was very off the cuff. Because I just really wanted to do it because I was like, I love her. I love her energy and her.
I was so flattered. I was really, really flattered, and I watched it. I mean, I watched it and stuff. But when you said and Abby was happy when you said I was gonna give me a man because Abby been trying to hook me up, even though men think I got men just giving me, massages and stuff over here.
She said it.
She did.
That's not what I said.
That, not me.
I never said that.
Because I was in the live when she said it.
I said I was getting a massage with the person I was with. We both got massage. I never said who I was with.
True.
You said he.
Uh-huh.
There was a pronoun used. It was a he.
I'm cheating on Kingpin, babe. Y'all know Tracy. Tracy said I know way too much about drug dealers, and I clearly, I know too much.
Listen,
my
you
reviews
know
for power and stuff. I know way
dudes,
too much.
You know, have them call me. I mean, you know.
Oh, you know what?
The world's about to go to crap anyway. Listen, I need another profession.
Well, thank you, B-Lo. B-Lo said, great chat. We need to do this more often. Well, I think we have great chats all the time. You mean me drop the link and let people come up more often? You know, at one point I was doing it as a perk for my membership. I was putting a link on the membership, and a lot of people weren't coming up. They were just enjoying the conversation in the chat, so I kind of stopped doing it. But, I mean, I definitely can open up the lines more often.
That's sweet. She said, Abby said she just wants you to be in love and happy. That's real sweet. She's a real friend. That's sweet. Thank you, Abby.
That's what she say publicly.
And I'm a bad friend because I just want you to get some.
Listen, that's all I want. Listen, that is all I want.
I want you to have reasons for you to be wearing your lipstick like you be doing. And the man is so good that he helps you create your own lip line. Yeah. That's what I want.
Okay, well, you know what? But I done got y'all spoiled. If I get me a man, y'all not gonna see me as much.
Well, that's true.
I done got y'all spoiled.
You do work hard. I cannot do as many videos as she does. She gives you guys content.
I ain't got a damn man.
I couldn't do it. I was like, golly. But I love your channel though. I do. It was funny because I stumbled on it late at night, and I was like, "Who is this Really Be Lady?" And ever since then, I was hooked because I liked your personality, and I just love it. I just imagine you and I having playing cards.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Talking and eating.
Playing cards and talking shit. I do that all the time.
Yeah, you and Ebby are like a dynamic duo. The
Listen,
first time
I love it when y'all get together. Because y'all are so awesome.
You know what? People say that about maybe me and Abby need to do a podcast or something. Because people say that. They say they love with me and Abby. Because what's funny is it is organic. It is because the first time I met Abby, I promise y'all, the first time I met her in person, it was like we had known each other forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Literally, I pulled up. We were on our way. She was going with me a couple of years ago for my birthday trip to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to be going to Atlanta, but we ended up going to Tennessee because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled up to her house to pick her up, and she was outside. And I mean, literally, I got out the car and we just started dancing. Talking about, so we about to get on the road. And it was just like boom. And even when I irritate her or she irritates me, it's just not that deep.
You guys,
you can tell you guys are really sister friends. You can tell she's that girl that you would call at 3 a.m. and be like, I'm really going through it.
Thank you, wonderful, marvelous.
Thank you.
Well,
thank you so much for
really, I want to thank you for having me up, sweetie.
No, thank you for coming up. Thank you so much. I'm about to get off of here. As you can see, I'm about to get off here. Abby said, don't play cards with me. Don't do that. Abby, that's play cards with me.
Well, yeah, I knew that I liked y'all. I can't remember what live we were all on, and people were talking real crazy. I think Scotty was reading Terrence, and then Terrence was reading Scotty. And y'all would just start singing. You would say, cue the song, and she would start singing, how did we
get here?
And I was like, where am I? This is the Twilight Zone. What is happening on this live?
Listen, because Abby be like, that's her thing. She'll just start singing, how did we get here? I don't understand. We were talking about A, B, and C. How do we get to Z? What the hell? And with that crew, the conversation is liable to go anywhere with that crew. So,
but no, I really appreciate it.
I'm gonna wind this down so I'm gonna try to.
Bye, everybody.
Today is my first official day of vacation, honey. So.
Where's the liquor?
I already had some of that. I went out to eat. I went out earlier because I had to go back to. That's a whole nother story, but technically yesterday could have been my last day, but I had to go back to work today because sometimes being in management sucks. So I'm a teacher, but I'm like, I have responsibilities. Like I'm semi-admin. Like basically they give me admin shit to do, but don't give me admin pay. So I had responsibilities. And so because other people didn't do what they were supposed to do, I had to go back to work this morning. So I went this morning, and then I went out to lunch with one of my coworkers, and we had some libations and stuff. And then I went and got me a mani patty, because I'm going on vacation. I'm going on vacation next week with my family. So and then it's my birthday, so I'm going on a little mani patty.
Are you doing a party?
You know what? I'm not doing a party this year. I'm not doing a party this year because so I always go somewhere for my birthday. I always go somewhere for my birthday. But I'm going somewhere, but I'm not going somewhere till August. So my birthday trip I'm going to France in August.
No, I mean an online party. You should just get on and
no, I always do that. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like I'm like no, I am. We're gonna do a birthday party. I always do that. Matter of fact, I'll probably schedule it. Maybe I'll schedule it before I leave. I have to wait because I'm going to be with my family, so I have to wait and see what that's going to look like. We rented. We have like a situation we rented. Like child, it's my mama thing. She just booked it. It was like she just booked it and was like, so we're going here for a week. Are you okay? I'm like, you ain't even asked me if I was free, but all right. So, we're leaving. It's from Sunday to Sunday, and so that overlaps with my birthday. What's your favorite sweet treat like for your birthday? Do you do cake? Oh my God, that's my problem now. I love cake. My sweet. If I could get rid of my sweet tooth, I could probably lose 60 pounds. Yeah, I love cake. I love cake. Yeah,
me too. I was at Whole Foods buying a cake when I told you drop the link.
Yeah, I love cake.
I baked a red velvet cake for Juneteenth, so I understand.
Oh, you were trying to get off, so I'm just gonna say goodbye.
Yeah.
Jonathan said, "What did he miss? What?
Jonathan, you don't have to roll it back. You just getting here.
Really B told us about who she was on that date with when she was getting that massage. Bye, y'all.
If you had plans, your mama would have known before she booked the situation. No, she wouldn't have, because she my mama, and she would have just assumed that I was gonna change my situation. Bye, Leo. And happy early birthday. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. My birthday is coming up. I guess I'll schedule it. But yeah, we're gonna have a birthday party. Yeah, we will have a birthday party, y'all. So I'm gonna try to go live. Well, not try. I'm gonna go live before I leave, before I get on the road. Tomorrow I'm gonna really just be focusing on getting packed and washing my clothes and all that good stuff to get ready to get on the road. Sunday, I will do my Love and Marriage DC panel, but I'm gonna do it early because I normally do it at 4:00. I'm gonna do it early because I'm gonna get on the road, you guys. I want to get on the road no later than 4:00. I want to actually be getting on the road at 4:00 because we can't check in until 6. And so my mom and them are leaving at 3. So they'll get there before. I want to make sure that they get there before me because everything is in my mom's name. It don't make no sense for me to get there before her. So, all right, y'all. Let me get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Good night.